Hello, my name is Beverly, and thank you for joining me for this 30-minute Ashtanga yoga practice here in beautiful Montego Bay, Jamaica. Today we'll focus on the seated postures. I have here with me, of course, my yoga mat, or you can practice on any carpeted area that will not slip. I have a folded blanket, or you can use a throw, a chair for balance and support, a yoga strap or a yoga belt, or you can use any long belt. And of course, water for hydration as we move through this dynamic practice. And so starting in mountain pose, as we always do, doing 5 rounds of sun salutation letter A, and 5 rounds of sun salutation letter B, just to warm up the body, get the blood flowing. Allow your arms to rest at your sides. And just feel the weight shift between your 2 feet. Maybe even notice that natural swaying as you soften your eyes. And then just start to deepen your inhale, filling up your chest and letting the exhale just happen. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. And try to breathe in this manner for the rest of class. Starting with Sun A, just bring your feet comfortable distance apart. And on your next inhale, lift the arms leading with your thumbs. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. And do 3 more, just starting to find your breath and your rhythm. Last time. And then inhale, raise the arms. And place your hands on the tops of your thighs and hinge forward from the hips as you exhale. Inhale, come back up halfway. And then exhale, hinge in again. Engage your core. Inhale, stand all the way up. Inhale, extend. And exhale, mountain pose. Modified sun salutation letter A. Inhale, arms expand. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold back in again. Inhale, stand up. Deep inhale. And exhale, release. 3 more. Inhale. And hinge. Up halfway. And back in. Inhale. And exhale. You know where you're going. So let's focus on that inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and release. Last time. Inhale. Following the flow of the inhale and the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And back to mountain pose. And maybe adjust the feet before we move on to a modified sun salutation, letter B. Once again, place your hands on the tops of your thighs. And then just start to bend your knees. Bend in as far as you can, as far as your body allows. And then look down to check to be sure you can still see your toes. And if that feels good, extend your arms, leading with the thumbs once again to chair pose. And breathe. If the breath does not flow naturally, it just means that you've gone in a little too far. Straighten the legs just a bit and breathe. Exhale, hands to the thighs, hinge, come up halfway, fold back in, chair pose, and release, just as we did in Sun A, but just adding chair pose. And hinge. Up halfway and hinge. Chair and mountain. Let's do that 3 more times. Your breath, your movement. Chair, hinge. Halfway and hinge. Chair and release. I'll just call out the inhale and the exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale, just tying breath to movement. Last time, inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. And so now we'll go ahead and go down to the mats because we're focusing primarily on seated postures. Your body should be warm enough. And so step 1 foot back behind you. Find the ball of that back foot. And slowly start to lower your back knee to your folded blanket. And then the other knee. Come to all fours. And then to a seated position. Legs out in front. And you can keep your knees bent and just kind of place your heels on the mat. Or if it's available, you can straighten the legs out, just depending on the flexibility in the backs of your legs and in your hips. But I'll go for the bent leg position. And then place your hands next to your hips, your palms next to your hips, with the fingertips facing forward. Dandasana, or stick pose. And then squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. It's a very active pose. Allow your chin to lower toward your chest. And we'll take 10 breaths in each of these seated poses. Just allow time to make any adjustments that you need to. And just kind of sit and breathe in the pose. That should be about 5 breaths. Release the hands. And so I'm going to take my yoga strap and place it over the balls of my feet. And so I'll turn off a bit to the side. And once again, if you need to keep a slight bend in the knees, that's fine. Or if you can straighten the legs out further, never hyperextending, but just making them straighter. And then hold on to your strap or your belt. And then just start to pull, hinging from the hips once again. Your upper body forward. Relax the shoulders. And let's take 10 breaths here. Adjusting and feeling that stretch. That's about 5. And then come back slowly back up to a full seated position. And allow the strap to fall away. And so I'll just turn to the side for this next posture. And then bring your hands about 1 foot behind you. With the fingertips, just kind of place the fingertips wherever it feels good for your arms. Normally they say fingertips facing the body, but there are really no strict requirements. Knees bent, soles of the feet to the mat. And be sure the arms are bent. I guess that's the only real rule, is no locking out. And then just start to try to lift the hips off of the mat. And then lower down. And so just kind of move around and see if that works for your hands. And then let's try it again. Inhale, lift the hips. Just looking straight up. If this doesn't feel comfortable for you, then you can always stay here. And maybe just lean back and open the body in this fashion. It's just an opening of the body from that forward fold. Just sort of a back bend. Let's try one more time. It's available. Inhale, lift. Or you can lean back. And this time we'll hold for 5 breaths. And exhale, lower down. Coming back, facing the mat. I'll turn to a slight angle. So that my feet aren't completely facing the camera, but also that you can see the alignment in my body. And so bring your right knee into your chest first. And then allow that knee to fall out towards the side. And then reach for your strap. Strap comes out over the ball of the foot. And once again, take that inhale. And on the exhale, just start to hinge the upper body out over your left leg until your body pushes back. 10 breaths. Inhaling, feeling that expansion. Breathing into wherever you feel sensation. Inhale, expanding that sensation. And then on the exhale, just softening, releasing into the sensation. It's really a process of just allowing the breath to stretch your body. And then slowly come back up to a seated position. Release the strap. And just bring that right leg back up. And then straighten it. I'll swing around a bit for the other side. Left knee comes in first. And then allow it to fall out. Strap around the ball of the right foot. Inhale. And then exhale, hinge. And breathe. coming in a little closer to the leg. On each exhale, just feeling that incremental stretch from that deep inhale and that full exhale. And then hinge back up to seated and release. And so coming back to the front. Left knee comes up. And then just wrap your right arm around the front of the left knee. Place your left hand on the mat behind you. And then just slowly turn your body to the left side and breathe. Not pulling that twist. Just taking a revolve to the left side and allowing your inhale and exhale to do the rest of the work. Inhale back to center. Release the left leg. Bend the right. Left arm just around the front of the right leg. Right arm behind you on the mat. And then slowly, gently revolve to your right side and breathe. It's so beautiful out here by the water, the mountains. It's so peaceful. And then release back to center. You guys. And then just come. I'm going to push my chair away just a bit. Bend the knees and slowly lower down onto your back. And we'll start with the right leg. Bend the right knee into the chest. Keep the left leg bent. And bring your strap over the ball of your right foot. And then allow that right leg to straighten as much as you can. If you need to keep it bent, that's fine. And then holding onto your strap, just start to allow the leg, that right leg, to fall out to the side. And then bring your chin toward your left shoulder. And breathe. Inhaling into that resistance. And exhale, releasing out. And then slowly bring the right leg back in and bend the knee, release the strap, and we'll do the other side. Left leg comes in. Strap goes around the foot. And then press away, still keeping a slight bend in the knee. And once you've reached an extension that you feel comfortable with, allow that left leg to open out. And then bring your chin toward the right shoulder. And breathe. If your leg opens out further, that's fine. But just keeping it where you feel comfortable. Where there's no stress or strain in the back of the leg or the lower back. We're working for gradual opening in the body. And then bring that leg back to center. Release the strap and bend the knee and set it down. And so then roll toward your camera and then come up to a seated position. Any easy seated position. And just try moving from soles of the feet on the mat. Try to allow both knees to fall out. And just try to bring the soles of your feet together. And if that's available, hinge and bring the hands out around the toes and breathe. Breathing into resistance. Exhale, softening and releasing. And then back up to a seated position. Knees back together and swing them off to one side. Make your way to hands and knees. And I'm going to use my chair and step my right foot forward and ball of my left foot. And I'll just stand back up. And work my feet back together, back to mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And just to finish, inhale and hands to heart center. Thank you guys for joining me for this 30-minute Ashtanga yoga practice of seated postures. I hope to see you again soon. And until then, Namaste.